Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of The Unprofessional Experts, which is now on every single podcast that we can think of, except we are currently waiting the approval from Google. But otherwise, you can find us anywhere and everywhere. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google, Amazon. I think we're even on Audible now. I don't.
Amazon? What the hell?
Yeah, dude, we on Amazon. We on Audible.
Damn, okay, we're moving up in life.
Listen, someone had to get some stuff done because someone decided to leave and go have a baby. So. This week, we're going to talk about...
fast, that's all I can say.
This week, we're going to be talking about where we've been, because I made sure I pressed the record button. It didn't seem like I pressed it for a second. We have been gone for a little while. We're going to go over the biggest news that we've missed while we're gone, and then we have a very big announcement at the end. It's something that we're both extremely excited for, and we cannot wait to do. But without further ado, let's get into it. I missed that intro.
God, man.
You've never heard it once, have you?
No. I've heard, very, small, half a second just blips of it. That's it. I've never heard the entire thing.
This dude just outed himself saying he's never once actually watched one of the podcasts.
No, I've watched it. No, I'm saying, when we're recording. I've never heard it. How do you think I make the TikToks and stuff? I have to watch it.
No, you wait for me to put down a timestamp in the chat, and then you just...
Not before.
Not before. The one podcast I watched and got pissed off and decided to tell you to do that.
Oh my god.
So where have we been? We've been doing stuff. We've been getting active. We have a Reddit even. I don't know if you know that or not. We have a Reddit. There's a not a sub. Yeah, we have a subreddit for the Unprofessional Experts. So if you're a fan of the Unprofessional Experts, we have a subreddit page. I believe it is just Unprofessional Experts. I'll have to double check on that. But we have a subreddit. We're on YouTube, Spotify, all of that fun stuff. I got busy putting us on everything else. We did not make a post about this because I didn't know if Jeremy wanted to post it. But Jeremy, you have something that you did. Do.
Okay, life came at me fast. It's supposed to happen, in a couple days / next week. But yeah, I'm a dad now.
Yeah, Jeremy had a baby girl last Tuesday, which would have been
a week
ago today. Little Riley Elizabeth came to us, and she's adorable. Yep. I cannot wait to meet her. I've already bought her stuff. She's already getting spoiled from her uncle, so that's cool.
Of course.
But yeah, so that kind of happened, and when that happened, we kind of said, well, we're gonna pause, and I wasn't gonna do the show by myself just because I know we were going into the super busy point of the season, but doing the show by myself was not ideal. No. It's a lot easier to do this when you have someone to just conversate with, and that's what we like to do. So I guess
you sound crazy.
You do, and you know what? You sound crazy no matter what. Especially when someone comes walking downstairs and you're just sitting here talking, and they're like, "What is he talking about?" Yeah, no, you're looking crazy no matter what. But yeah, so a lot of big things have happened while we've been gone. That's definitely for sure.
A lot.
There was one that was really big that happened that we were going to talk about. And then you went and had the baby, so we never got to talk about it even. And at this point, it was so big, but has gotten overcast by everything else. I don't remember what it was. But it was before the news of the trade. There was something else before then that I was like, because I even remember texting you, yo, we could have done 2 episodes this week. But
I think it was just all the shit that's been going on.
That's just
all the trades and cuts and signings and
there's been a lot
like that. Yeah,
but
I guess I don't know. Just jump right into it, man.
We're gonna jump right into it.
There's so much shit. Yeah, there's so much shit to talk about.
How far back do we want to go? We want to go Aaron Rodgers far back. We want to talk about what's happening right now, because obviously, if you don't know, Aaron Rodgers seems as though Aaron Rodgers is headed to the Jets.
Yeah,
there's a laundry list of things that he wants the Jets to do, because he's got to be a diva about everything.
One or two things have happened already. So
one has, I believe. That would be the Allen Lazard signing. He said he wanted Allen. Yeah, he said he wanted Allen Lazard. He wanted OBJ, Randall Cobb, and I can't remember who the fourth one was.
Tight end.
Tight end. I can't remember.
I don't remember. But no, I think didn't New York just get tight end from Oakland?
No, that was
Vegas.
That would have been Waller. No. Waller went to the Giants. Wrong New York team.
Oh,
Wrong New York team.
never mind then.
But yeah, anyway, while we're on that one, Darren Waller traded to the New York Football Giants for a third-round pick, which I believe basically people were saying came from Tooney. That trade with Tooney.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's what Tooney turned into Darren Waller. Kind of what it's been. But that's kind of been the biggest thing for the Jets is they've had a couple receiving signings. These huge rumors about Aaron Rodgers coming, but nothing was confirmed. It seemed like for just a brief glimmer of hope, Bears fans I felt what freedom tastes like, Jeremy. I licked it.
Yeah. And then it came crashing down.
And then it was, no, the deal's not done. And then they put me back in the shackles and threw me back in the basement. I was like,
man.
Cool. This is what I enjoy doing. But going into the Bears did in fact trade number 1 overall pick to the Florida Panthers for an absolute haul.
Wrong sport.
What I said Carolina Panthers, didn't I?
You said Florida Panthers.
Did I really?
You're talking hockey right now.
Wow. I didn't think I said Florida. Carolina Panthers. Sorry, the Bears traded the number 1 overall pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange. I don't even need a sheet in front of me, Jeremy. I can tell you what it is. I'm going to look at the camera. I'm going to tell you. We got the number 9 overall pick this year. Pick number 61 this year. Their first round pick in 2024. Second round pick in 2025. And DJ Moore for them to move up 8 spots. I know this trade. Dude,
Wow, look at you.
Look at it. There's no notes on my hand. There's no notes. I knew it.
Look at you go, man.
I was pretty close on guessing it, too. I remember right when it was announced that it was official, because I was texting you beforehand. I was like, I'm hearing a lot of rumors that it's going to happen, like, soon. Like, the deal is close. Mm-hmm. There was 5 people reporting it. I was like, this deal's going to happen soon, like, very soon. And it wasn't 10 minutes later the deal was done and it was official. They were moving it. The compensatory, what was getting received, had not come out yet, but I believe I texted Jeremy. I believe I texted him 3 first, a third, and a fifth is what I believe I texted you.
Which, I mean, when you really think about it, that's kind of what it all evened out to.
Yeah, so from what I heard, I don't know if you've heard anything about behind the scenes of that happened, what happened there or not. But basically, Ryan Poles wanted DJ Moore, and the Panthers wanted to give up a third first-round pick. So they wanted to give him 3 firsts, a second, 3 firsts and 2 seconds for number 1 overall. And Ryan Poles was not moving on the fact that he wanted DJ Moore, and eventually the Panthers are the ones that gave in. And apparently this deal was done a week before it was ever officially announced.
Makes sense. I mean, I'm sure as soon as the Bears found out they had the first pick, they were obviously getting calls. So.
We were getting calls. We were calling people. I believe the reason it took so long for it to become official is because we gave the Colts a week to respond. Where Chris Ballard said no, because basically Ryan Poles came to both of the teams and said, here's what it's going to cost, and they both offered the same amount of picks from what I understand. However, the Colts offered a third first-round pick, and Poles wanted...
DJ Moore.
No, Poles wanted... Who's the young receiver you guys have out there?
Pittman.
Yeah, he wanted Pittman instead of that third first-round pick. And the Panthers wavered, the Colts did not. And so it went to the Panthers because he wanted to get a receiver for Fields.
Interesting.
And as a Bears fan, I really like I like DJ Moore more than Pittman. I'm sorry. I know Pittman's good. I know he's going to be good in this league, but DJ Moore has proven himself without a quarterback, and Pittman hasn't quite done that in my mind. So I think Pittman has proven himself. I mean, you look stat-wise, DJ Moore's had a way higher stat line with that.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that, but
so I think DJ Moore's
all I'm hearing from all Bears fans right now is if you weren't here with us when we were 3-14, don't be with us when we're 6-11.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Everyone, that sounds awful, but that's actually what I hope. I am hoping to be around 500. If we're at that 9-7 mark or 7-9, whatever, I'm extremely.
I mean, you guys are a young team. You guys can afford that.
Well, yeah, you
guys can still stock up on more draft picks.
Do you know who our oldest on the offensive side of the ball? Do you know who our oldest player is? That's one of those skill position guys, not offensive line.
Skill position. I'm gonna bet running back.
DJ Moore, who's 25. Chase is also 25, but everyone, you've got Fields, who's 24, Mooney, who's 23, and then our running back is also 24. No one in that skill position is over 25. And then we just made two huge signings yesterday with Tremaine Edmonds, TJ, what is his name? Another middle linebacker, TJ something, hometown boy. Believe it or not, we were a Chicago fan. Has signed jerseys from Brian Urlacher and stuff like that. Super big Bears fan, and then also grabbed defensive lineman from the Texans, which was huge, and then an offensive tackle on top of that.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is my last Bears topic I have. From a very reliable insider who reported the Panthers trade about.
Nice. I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, about Orlando Brown.
Yeah, so this was tweeted out about 12 minutes ago. Orlando Brown pretty much seems to be the only focus for the Bears for offense. Otherwise, we're just offensive line. Otherwise, it's just going to be straight draft at this point, from what I'm assuming. Which makes sense. There's not a lot of great offensive linemen, and you don't want a bunch of mid-tier guys.
Orlando Brown's a proven.
Yeah.
It's and especially the left tackle too. Those are a dime a dozen. So,
yeah. But
if you can find one of the best ones in the game right now, man, and he's a free agent, lock him up.
And that's what I'm hoping we do. However, quote, I'm hearing all the Orlando Brown chatter, and I'll report what I've said before. Bears are not paying him high-end left tackle money. They don't see him. They see him on the other side. They see him as a right tackle position because we like our left tackle. And we just got Nate Davis on top of that.
That's a really tough call, man. That's a really tough call because you can also say.
Braxton Jones was the left tackle we drafted just last year who had a really good rookie season.
Okay. At the same time that you're bringing in one of the best in the game.
Oh, I agree.
If you wanna get him, you're gonna throw your current left tackle to right tackle, put that right tackle on the bench, and you're gonna put Orlando Brown wherever he wants to because he's the shit. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and
you cater to that man,
and
you put him up on a pedestal and you fucking praise him.
Don't get me wrong, he's 26, so yes, absolutely one of the best. He's super young, would love him.
26, 2 Super Bowls, played behind, guarded 2 MVPs. Come on.
Yeah, technically 2 MVPs because but yeah, so I see why the Bears don't want to pay him super high end left tackle money, but at the same time,
I think you have to.
I think that is Raiders are agreeing to a deal with Robert Spleinman, sending former Steelers Robert Spleinman. Just a little news that just broke now. But no, so that's the last bit for Bears news that I have. Other than that, I know that the Bears did go to Northwestern today to scout potential draftee left tackle Peter Skanowski.
Makes sense.
One of the the best tackle in the draft this year.
You guys can grab him at 9 or even
I'd love to grab him
from Ohio.
Him or JSN from Ohio, I would both love either one of those guys. With their weapons, I'd almost rather have the left tackle with Peter if he's there.
I think so, yeah.
But so I guess I kind of want to lean into the Colts because there's been a lot of rumors that Cardinals are now looking at trading number 3. Do you feel as a Colts fan that you need to put a significant, not significant, but do you feel like you need to put a foot forward to try and trade for number 3 now, especially since those first 2 picks are going to be quarterbacks? And if the Cardinals do trade it and it's not to Indy, then likely the first 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks, and you're going to have to settle for the 4th guy and hope that it's the guy you wanted?
I don't know. I kind of feel comfortable because the teams that were needing quarterbacks are starting to get quarterbacks. Vegas, they got their quarterback.
Yeah, they got their quarterback. I think Jimmy G's coming in more as a mentorship role.
Jimmy G's getting starting pay money.
Yeah, he is, but it doesn't mean that doesn't mean he's going to be starting all 3 years.
He'll be at least, I don't know. I don't see them taking a quarterback. I could see maybe next year if they do shitty, but I think we're comfortable. I don't think if we have to move up to 3, so be it. But we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Another news for the things that the Colts have done so far. We re-signed.
Say, say,
It's shit.
it's not
It's shit.
it's not a Ryan Poles let him cook. Ryan Poles has been
Nah.
that GM this offseason, it feels like so far.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I'm a Bears fan and I'm actually excited for once.
No,
But
you're right. He has been that GM. So we re-signed one of our defensive ends, Taekwon Lewis, who's had a good year. One of our off-ball linebackers, EJ Speed, who's another good one. We signed Matt Gay. That's our only signing, which makes sense.
he's a kicker, isn't he? Matt Gay?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
yeah, he's a kicker, which I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
He's a good kicker. So, and he's going to be playing in a
But you could have played Rob.
environment now.
You could have got Robbie Gold.
Yeah, but he's older. He's
Yeah,
only got a little bit left.
yeah, that little
I know.
bit.
Yeah, I know. Granny, I know. But like,
Roll out the red carpet.
Yeah. We let go one of our other linebackers, Bobby Okereke, which kind of sucks. He was good, and then one of our other cornerbacks, Brandon Fashion. We just traded Stephon Gilmore to the Cowboys, which saved us almost 10 mil, and then we released our old man of a quarterback, Matt Ryan, which saved us 17.
I wanna read real fast Jeremy's exact reaction to the trade. I had just read this and I got a text from Jeremy saying, quote, Colts trade Gilmore to Dallas for a conditional 5th. Ellipses, space. That's horse shit. I see what you meant. Like, you texted me right afterwards. You were like, I was hoping, like, we could have got a 4th for him. He didn't do much for you guys, though. Like, he didn't have a great year, and I'm sure the Dallas Cowboys probably offered a 6th and said, hey, we'll give you the 6th for him. He didn't do shit. And then they kind of just met in the middle with the 5. They're like, yeah, we'll do 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it all makes it. It's whatever. We got another pick out of it. Well, next year at least. Could be a 4th round.
Yeah.
Depending on how much he plays and stuff. But
we'll
see.
Some of the bigger names, I guess, that have been on the move. Austin Eckler has been granted permission to seek a trade. That was a couple hours ago that broke. Man, send that man to Buffalo. Send that man to Buffalo.
Nah, I think Derrick Henry's gonna go to Buffalo because he's on the trade block.
Yeah, I mean there hasn't been any like official news on that. Okay, that's John Reed goes to the Seahawks for a 2-year deal. I think we were both reading the same thing at the same time. We're like, something new popped up here. What's going on now?
We 100% were.
But yeah, what's been some crazy big? Andy Dalton goes to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Sticking with Carolina. Former Carolina Panther Sam Darnold goes to the 49ers in a really weird move.
Yeah, it makes sense. They needed like
a third quarterback. Sam Darnold's not a veteran presence. I hate to say it. Veteran presence is a guy who's been in the league for 10, 12 years, Veteran presence isn't a guy who's been there for 4. Especially been on 3 teams in 4 years. That's not really a veteran presence. That's a journeyman.
I mean, it's better than somebody who's been in 2 in 1 year.
I mean, you could have kept Jimmy G for the same money.
Trust me, you could have. You're not wrong. But I don't think Jimmy G wanted to stay there.
And Jimmy G is also a more veteran presence. Andy Dalton goes to Carolina. Former Saints stays a Saint in Jameis Winston. Yep. I was getting to his name. I was like, I'm getting there. It's coming. I know it is. Lamar put out a tweet earlier. Did you see that? Oh, I guess we can talk about that real quick. Lamar got the unexclusive franchise tag, I think is what it is, right? Yeah, unexclusive. Yes. So, meaning he was allowed to go out and tender through free agency and talk with other teams about making a deal, and then the Ravens would have options to match.
And if they don't match, it's 2 first-round picks and whatever deal they have for money for his new contract. So,
yeah, so let's see. This all began about 9:00 this morning. This is a tweet from Baltimore Beatdown. It says Schefter, Lamar Jackson turned down. According to Schefter, Lamar Jackson turned it down $200 million guaranteed deal back in September. To which Lamar retweeted it with a gif of a man like, huh? And then replied to it saying 133, 3 years, fully guaranteed, but I need an agent, ? with like a laughing face and a face palm.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then he just tweeted out about 6 hours ago, say people throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. So
Yep.
I don't know what the whole like 133 million fully guaranteed 3 years, but I need an agent. What does Lamar not have an agent?
No,
That's what I thought.
no,
He's
yeah,
self-represented.
he's
right?
his own. Him and his mom.
Okay, my guess is
His mom kind of acts as his agent.
my guess, according to this is just me throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. My guess is he was probably offered 200 million, but it was fully guaranteed, but was told he needed to get an agent in order for that deal to be done, and without it, it'd be 133 for 3 years. That is my guess.
I don't know. I don't know how that would I don't know. But speaking of that,
Oh,
nothing like new.
oh,
This now brings up, can the Colt hold on? That's nothing fancy. Will the Colts say fuck it? And
do you want to give that up for Lamar? Because I did discuss this with you if you would be interested in getting Lamar, and you didn't seem too entertained at the time. And trust me, I remember conversations we have had about every single quarterback.
I guess
because
when you sit on it, and think about it, and you see other people talking about it, you can either think about what the Panthers did, pretty much give up 3 first-round picks in a way.
Yeah. Listen,
And
I'm gonna say
they're
this:
taking a big gamble on a rookie quarterback. You could just give out 2 first-rounders and a contract, which it's gonna bite you in the ass.
Mhm.
But he's a proven MVP quarterback. Plus, with the way that our new head coach is going to run the offense, it's going to be through the quarterback first.
Yeah.
That's what he did with Jalen Hurts.
You're definitely talking about rebuilding, get another team around him, though, because Lamar has a very specific play type. He's not like the hybrids that we mainly see. He is a primary sort of run. I don't want to say primary running because obviously the man can throw the ball, but he has that sort of primary tendency to run the ball. So he is very much so a run the game through him and run everything through him. And so you're talking about changing up how offensive linemen guard, how the running back takes the ball. So everything is about to completely change in that. So you're completely changing everything there. One last thing you mentioned, the Panthers putting all their baskets in on Bryce Young or whoever they get, CJ Stroud, whoever it may be. I hope he does well. I hope that quarterback does well for them next year. not his rookie season. His second or third season, he can take off. Third season especially, he can take off. Second season,
third season.
maybe second season, dial it back, be middle of the pack. That'd be pretty cool. Third season, take off. First season, though, let's just 0-17.
Oh my god.
0-17, we'll repeat the cycle and we'll trade number 1 again. But yeah, so it definitely brings the question. And I remember, I've always, like I said, I remember most of the conversations we have had about quarterbacks because you're very animated about some. I remember, you probably still to this day, you hate Mahomes with a burning passion. And I remember when Lamar was coming onto the scene and won that MVP, you were very much so he's a running back. He's not a quarterback. And you did not like him. You absolutely did not like him. And so to see this kind of the script flip, I saw the same thing in the sense with Carson Wentz. You were like, please, just not Carson Wentz. Anyone but Wentz. I kept making jokes and you were like, if we get Wentz, I quit. And then you got Wentz and you're like, well, maybe we can do something. And so it's just kind of a funny thought. And I'm sure I'm guilty of it too. But yeah, it's just
sometimes, man. I don't know, it's hard.
I
have a quarterback. There's options. We don't know what the fuck's going through our GM's mind.
Not much. I think it's just the monkey with the 2 symbols slamming together. Because the more I hear about your GM, the more I think it's just that. What, baby crying? Oh, he looked very confused for a second. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all that goes to that man's head. Because another point too. I see Panthers fans, and we're gonna bring up Panthers. Oh no, we're not gonna talk about that quite yet. We have something coming, but the question kind of rose up in one of the Bears group chats talking about the trade with the Panthers.
Ah,
Where what?
I didn't make a fucking bracket,
Oh,
and it started just now.
did it really?
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it started today. I thought it started next
Yeah,
week.
the first round started.
Oh,
First
well.
four started today.
Your bracket would have been busted anyway.
Fuck.
Anyway,
All right, well, just
what was it?
I have Purdue winning it all.
Purdue's not winning nothing. What was I saying? Anyway, there was the question, and I'm gonna pose this question to you: is there too much of a high cost for your franchise quarterback? Is there a price you would not pay for the franchise guy that's going to be your guy for the next 12 to 14 years and lead your team? Is there a cost that's too high?
It all depends. Are you talking
No, just
draft or are you talking a veteran?
a draft. So like how the Panthers just made a trade for number 1.
Okay.
If you were to trade up for like there was a quarterback that you knew was going to be your guy, and this was going to be your guy for the next 12, 14, 20 years maybe. Maybe you get a Brady out of him. Is there a price that is too high for that player?
I guess. I mean, no. But at the same time, you don't know.
No, absolutely, I agree.
No?
You don't know.
That's the thing.
But
you can say it, at the time it's not high, and then realize, oh, this person fucking sucks, and now we have no picks for the next 2-3 years.
Well, you still have picks. You just don't have first round picks.
True.
So you still have your picks, but so yeah, that's kind of like the question, because obviously you can't trade like, hey, we're going to trade you 7 picks this year, 7 picks next year, and the 7 years to pick after that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that in the NFL. You can't trade that many picks for one pick. There is a limit, believe it or not. Here's a funny tweet that I see, and I just have to read it out. As expected, Colts will have a different Week 1 starter for the 7th straight year. And yes, I'm tired of tweeting this out every year.
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
We've had as a Bears fan, we've never really had a franchise quarterback. Like never, you can't really name.
At the same time that you guys haven't had to deal with what we've had to deal with for the last 7 years.
Not to that extreme, but we have very much so had a quarterback carousel. You at least had listen. You at least had a franchise quarterback in there. You just did nothing to protect him, and you killed him.
Yeah.
So,
and then it's been the carousel for the last now going on 7 years. But you guys, granted, you guys had a quarterback for at least more than 1 year.
Did we though?
Yeah.
After Jay Cutler left, not really.
Fucking, you're going on year 3.
Yeah, I mean, so
and you guys went the full 4 with 3.
We went 2 full seasons with Trubinsky. He didn't start that season.
You're right.
Mike Glennon started that season, and so we haven't had it as bad. We've had a couple quarterbacks that start 2 years in a row, but Justin Fields will be the first. Justin Fields will be the first quarterback since 2014 to start 3 straight seasons with the Bears for the Bears.
Yeah, and that's
and actually that's
something that we don't have, man.
Did he start? I'm trying to think if he started week 1. I don't think he did.
Didn't you guys have Nick Foles? Didn't Nick Foles start?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure this will only be his second season actually starting.
It's day 1, yeah.
From day 1, yeah. So no, I can't even say that because Trubinsky still owns. No, yeah. So we haven't had a quarterback start 3 straight years since Jay Cutler, who left in 2015. He left Chicago. Come on. Yes, I know he was born in Santa Claus, Indiana. That's just a fun stat. He left Chicago in the 2016 season. After 2016 season. So we have not had a quarterback start 2 straight years since 2016.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So trust me, it's not to the same extreme, but we have had the same difficulty here. So that I guess that maybe because we've been in the position where like at some point you're just ready to have that franchise quarterback. Is there such thing as too much? You know.
In the moment, no, there's not. But
So like yeah. So to the Carolina Panthers fans out there, if you think you gave up too much, if the guy you get ends up being your franchise quarterback, then you didn't give up enough.
although from what I've been seeing from the fans, they're gonna fuck it up in drafts.
Anthony
Not
Rich-
the right.
Anthony Richardson, which they got at 9.
Hey man, I've been.
That's what I'm honestly seeing a
the
lot of that,
rumor-
and I'm
the
kind of
rumor mill's been
scary.
saying that.
I really hope they don't draft Anthony Richardson. For the fan base of the Panthers, I sure hope if they do, you know, day one when he walks into practice, they're gonna put number 1 on his back, and they're gonna write Newton instead of Richardson.
That'd be some shit. Man.
That would be so funny, though.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week, man. Hey, I've got that same water bottle.
Oh, do you know? Where'd you get it from?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them, so we're not gonna. Yeah, we talked over you. We're not sponsored by them. They don't get a free shout out. Fuck them. They want to sponsor us, then yeah, you know, we can. We'll do a podcast on it. We'll sit on the top of a boat and do a podcast. If you want to sponsor us, just let us know.
Right?
Oh, that's the
do a show from a cruise ship.
That would be insane. Yeah, so a lot of big NFL signings are happening. We've talked about a lot of the big ones. Rashad Penny headed to the Eagles. It's a pretty big name move.
It's a good signing by them.
Yeah. Who do you think so far has had the worst free agency time?
The Colts.
No, just like in terms of, because you guys aren't losing a lot of players though.
But we're also not doing jack shit.
No, but you gotta think there's people like the Eagles who have lost. It feels like half their defense at this point.
Honestly, same with the Bengals. The Bengals,
So the Bengals have lost two starting corners. So like, you know, and they haven't signed anyone either.
No,
So for me,
because they're kind of in handicap by Jamar and Joe.
yeah, that's a whole
Joe's
situation in
gonna-
itself.
Joe's going to demand top dollar. He's going to want the fully guaranteed.
If he's still allowed to play, you
He's
can't.
going to play.
You can't flash a gun at a kid.
I said Joe. I never said Joe Mixon.
Oh, you're talking about Burrow.
I said yeah.
Listen, when there's two Joes on the same side of the football on the
B,
same
there you
team, you gotta talk about which one. I assume.
Joey B.
Listen, you also said Chase, who's also having issues right now, and you said Joe, so I was like, oh, Joe, Mixon, Jamar, Chase. Yeah, Chase is
having issues.
Yeah, something with his baby mama, like being crazy
That's-
or something. Yeah, what was
I
it?
didn't see that shit.
Oh, this was. Let me look it up. What was this? Jamar, Chase. What was it? Keep talking.
Yeah,
while I
that's the
try and
first
figure out
time
what
hearing
this is.
that. Yeah, I don't know if I could say the Eagles had the worst because they've had a couple signings, and there's still some rumors going around.
Oh, that's what. So, Jamar's Chase baby mama says she has videos that quote would end his career and is basically threatening to leak them.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that hoe. Like, she just wants that fucking. Since they're not like together, she just wants the bag, man.
Since I've been trying to hold off sharing receipts for our court appearance, but I think I'll give you all a rundown on why I'm always upset. And she posted that to her Instagram story. She said, "Now, Mr. Chase, you have some skeletons in your closet. I know the real you. Stop dodging the courts and responsibilities. You know yourself. I have multiple videos that will end your career in one post. I'll have my attorney at the Bengals facility in 2.5 seconds. You know what's up."
God damn.
Yeah. So that's a whole thing. And so you know Joey
it is.
with that and Joe Mixon, you know Joe Burrow was just like, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy.
God. That's crazy, man.
Adam Schefter just tweets, what's up with that? With all the backup quarterback movement, one team checked in this week with recently retired quarterback Chad Henne and made him an offer to return. Henne declined the offer and remains retired for now.
Nice.
What other quarterback's been on the move? We talked about Jimmy G. He's in Vegas. Aaron Rodgers likely going to be before. I'm gonna say it. Before
He's going there.
I'll say by the time you watch this podcast tomorrow, because I'm gonna upload it tonight and it's gonna go live tomorrow morning. By the time it happens, Aaron Rodgers will be a Jet. If it happens, comment you did it.
No, 1 p.m. tomorrow. 1 p.m. Eastern. That's when he goes on Pat's show and he's going to talk about his future self.
This podcast will be live at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for unnecessary
You
grievance.
I fucking know when you're going to upload it.
No, I know. Normally I open it at 7, but we're going to go live. We're going to upload it at 2 o'clock for reasons unrelated to that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
We're not, but it's fun to think about.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats my goat.
Got
Odell Beckham. What about him? Did you see some stuff from his pro day?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't look bad. I thought he looked still pretty decent. He still moves really well.
So he moves really well, but again, he's not being covered by anybody. So like, how much can you really?
I mean, yeah. So like, you're not talking when you're talking about someone's movement. How he moves his hips and whatnot. You're not like worried about if he's covered. When he's covered, that's when you want to see how he catches the ball. But holy shit, is that really what he wants? So
Rodgers?
If I'm just reading this, if Aaron Rodgers gets what he wants, here's what the Jets' offense would be: quarterback Aaron Rodgers, running back Breece Hall, running back Michael Carter, wide receiver Garrett Wilson, wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver Al Lazard, wide receiver Elijah Moore, wide receiver Randall Cobb, tight end C.J. Uzuma, tight end Jack Conklin, tight end Mercedes Lewis.
That's who the other one was, Mercedes Lewis.
That's what he wants.
That receiving core.
You're talking
going to be so.
You're talking about.
Hungry.
You have Alan Lazard, who's probably a number 2 in most teams. Probably a number 2. As a number 3 guy, and you're gonna pay him. You're gonna have to pay him money.
Yeah, that's the thing though. We all know the 2 quarterbacks in the same room conversation. You never want to have that because it doesn't work out. I feel like it's gonna be the big situation up there in New York. They're gonna have 5 receivers alone that are all like
but
1 and 2 quote unquote.
Here's what someone
gonna be like: give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. I gotta pad my stats. Give me the touchdowns. I gotta make my money and stuff like that.
Someone just tweeted this out after responding to it. Said Aaron Rodgers old, Odell Beckham Jr. hurt, Alan Lazard slow, Randall Cobb old and hurt, Jack Conklin more tackles than touchdowns, Mercedes Lewis old and slow. Does this? I'm gonna make a basketball. If not Last Dance, does this sound like LeBron trying to build a super team out of guys who have been past their prime for the past 10 years that he did in Los Angeles and burned LA into the ground?
Hey, they got a ring out of it. Granted, it was a COVID ring, but
no, that was before that was after COVID ring.
That was no. The Lakers won it in the COVID.
No. But that was not when he built that team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying he built that team after the COVID season.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is way too needy, way too much of a drama queen.
I mean, yeah.
I think he's gonna end up staying in Green Bay, unfortunately, but I don't think he'll start.
They'd be dumb not to start him.
I mean, I agree.
They're giving him so much money.
I agree,
there'd
but
be zero chance.
Did you hear what basically the GM of the Packers has said?
That he doesn't want him at all.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it real fast because this was a while ago. Keep talking while I look for this.
I'm fucking yawning. Hold on. One thing at a time, man. One thing at a time. I don't know. I mean, we got draft comes up in a month and a half.
Dude, I threw my entire draft board away. Have you watched any? I know you've obviously had.
I haven't done shit yet.
Have you looked at the spreadsheet I sent you?
I've looked at it when you were editing it and stuff, so I know what's on there and stuff like that. I haven't I
have an entire spreadsheet.
I haven't dove deep in there to actually see what's all about.
Okay, cool. Adrian Torres on Twitter says, quote, I asked Packers president / CEO Mark Murphy why they let the Jets talk with Aaron Rodgers. He says, quote, it's a situation where I think we wanted to help Aaron achieve what he wanted as well as the Packers. Hopefully I'll create a situation where it's a win for both sides. That's not what I was looking for. Where's the rest of it? That's not. Oh crap. Oh no.
Basically, to sum it all up, he doesn't want Aaron Rodgers.
I'll say, It was something along the lines of like he does not see a situation where Aaron Rodgers returns this season.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. You have a future Hall of Fame quarterback that you're just
You
going
see,
by.
a smart person, yeah, sees that is it's not smart for somebody to get rid of him because he's again MVP, blah blah blah, you know, future Hall of Famer and stuff like that. But Packs are just dumb,
They
man.
do be
They're
dumb.
dumb as fuck.
And Aaron Rodgers is literally just following behind Brett Favre's footsteps.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's gone. The tweet is gone. But there was definitely a tweet about. Wow, where'd it go?
Lost, gone forever.
Did I say someone deleted it? Aaron Hernandez.
What?
You don't see remember that TikTok? The guy like hits the ball. He goes, Aaron Hernandez gone forever.
Oh no! Now I remember.
Oh man. Let's see. Anything else big and interesting happening right now? Daniel Jones.
so.
Daniel Jones broke the market for quarterbacks, as did Derek Carr. Derek Carr goes NOLA. We never talked about Derek Carr going to NOLA. Him and Daniel Jones broke the quarterback. Broke the broke the quarterback.
You have a shit ton.
Broke the quarterback market with
Market.
it. And then that allowed the Giants to franchise tag Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's gonna play on the tag. Sounds like he's not happy about it. Because like I said, from what I understand, he was gone. But yeah, I mean, oh, one new tweet. What's going on? The Colts are. Oh no.
Nothing new.
No, nothing new. Nothing has been reported 13 times. Just someone wrote an article about it and posted it.
Makes sense.
Van Der Esch returns to the Dallas Cowboys. That's pretty big.
That.
Pretty big one.
Oh fuck, man.
Dude, I hate this time period. Like, I hate the day between Monday and Wednesday when like NFL teams aren't allowed to announce any of their signings, but like everyone else is.
All the rumors, yeah.
And like they're allowed to like make all the stuff, like oh, we've signed so and so and this and that. They're allowed to make all that stuff for the social media team, but they're just not allowed to post it or comment on it.
Was it the 17th? I think that's when it all becomes official.
Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah. It's still just a dump period.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else crazy more. Do you have anything you wanted to talk about?
Nah, man. We, as far as we can remember, we had on all the big stuff.
Yeah, I think we've hit on the biggest things, at least the most recent things. You know, I don't want to go back 3 weeks and talk about stuff that happened 3 weeks ago because at this point, it's been reported about. We missed it. That's tough. So I guess we'll go on to what we have coming up that I'm excited for. I don't know if you're excited for it about. We have gone and we've scoured the internet, scoured our best friends, you know, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. We've scoured everywhere, and we are trying, and we have found quite a few fans from each NFL team, and we are calling it. I don't remember. What are we calling it?
Fuck, I don't remember.
we jumped into a call with a buddy of mine and tried asking him what we should call it, and neither one of us can remember what we had it. Fan chatter? Oh no. Fan talk? No. Oh my gosh.
Code red, oh god. I don't remember.
Okay, in the meantime, while we're trying to remember what we were going to call it, we are going to be sitting down with a fan from every single fan base. So all 32 teams, we are not including ourselves. So I am not I'm not the Bears fan. He is not the Colts fan. But we are going to be sitting down and talking to a fan from all 32 NFL teams. We're going to take just a half hour. We're going to talk to them about things, you know, what they want to see in the draft, how they feel about the team, the free agency, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. And we're going to take a half hour, and we're going to get to know these teams more, because obviously both of us, we can sit here and we can watch film and we can talk about these teams, but you know, we don't have quite the same insight as some of these fans who have been lifelong fans for a long time. So we're extremely excited to do that. We're going to try. It's very hard because, you know, someone decided to have a baby. We're going to try and get back to 2 episodes a week, and we're going to try and do 2 interviews an episode to try and pump these out before the draft. Because our goal is to do that and have our mock draft up before the actual draft happens.
We'll come up with a date for.
Yeah.
So you want to do what? One mock draft, you think, or 2?
We're probably only gonna have time for 1. If we can fit in 2, then cool, we'll do 2. But we're gonna try and do at least 1, and that'll be done before the draft. Probably after we interview with all 32 teams. We've got quite a bit of them lined up. They're just needing dates to get scheduled and do them. But it's going to be very similar to how we talk. They're not really going to be interviews because neither one of us are professional enough to conduct an interview. So it's more just going to be us sitting down, having a conversation with these guys, seeing what they feel about their team, and going from there. So, you've got half hour with each team, 2 teams an episode, 2 episodes a week. That's 4 teams a week. So, you got what is that, 8 weeks worth? No. 8 episodes worth, right? There's 4 divisions in each conference. Yeah. So 8 episodes worth, and so that's 4 weeks, which would put us just before the draft. So we're gonna
I think that math adds up.
Yeah, that should add up.
There's 6 weeks. 6 weeks before the draft.
6 weeks before the draft, we're doing 2. We're doing 4 a week.
You might have to.
We're gonna be over the draft.
You might have to add in.
We might have to do long episodes or add in an episode or 2.
Yeah.
We might have to do 1.5 hour episodes and let people skip around, or we might just do. We're gonna figure that out. A lot of it will be pre-recorded. So it's not gonna be like just us talking and then them. It's gonna be us. Hey, here's just a quick introduction. Here's them. Here's a conversation that we had with them. Hey, here's the next team. The conversation we had with them, and then that's going to be the episode for that day. So whether we do 3 episodes or 2 longer episodes or whatever we decide to do, follow us on Twitter, TikTok, all that. We will be able to update you guys there on what is going on, but we're extremely excited for it. If you are interested in joining, check us out on Reddit, comment on YouTube, tag us on Twitter, TikTok, whatever. Tag us, talk to us. We've gotten quite a few of them. Let's see if this can load, and I can tell you what teams we do have. So if you are part of the team, unfortunately, you're great, but
shit out of luck. But
yeah, you're SOL. Unprofessional Experts is actually our Reddit page. If you wanted to find us there, you can talk to us there. And it signed me out, so I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna try and name some of them. I know we have a Dallas Cowboys, we have Carolina Panthers, I have a Bears, we've got a 49ers, an Eagles. We've got a Dallas. We've got a Bronco. We've got a Steeler. We've got. You have a Colts fan, right?
Not yet.
We might have a Colts. We might have a Colts. We might have a Minnesota. So that's 9 of the 32 teams. If I did not name your team and you are interested, message us anywhere. Send us an email at theunprofessionalexperts@gmail.com. It's a super long email. Sorry about that. Tag us on Twitter, TikTok, anywhere and everywhere. But yeah, make sure you follow us on all forms of social media. We are everywhere now. We are Google, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, YouTube. Am I missing any other major ones?
Dude,
I don't know.
Just
everywhere.
Anything you can think of.
And if we're not there, I'm sorry. Go somewhere else. I don't know what else to tell you on that point. But yeah, extremely excited for. I can't think of the name. I cannot think of the name.
We'll put it in the title or something.
Yeah, the announcement of blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I guess until then, because I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else you wanted to share?
No.
No? Okay. Until then, adios.
Adios.